Check, check. There it is.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to our next episode. We
Another
are
week.
so glad that you guys are listening and you guys are here. So obviously, I just want to say thank you guys for all the feedback that you gave us from last week's episode.
Yes.
We've heard from several people who were just like, I've experienced church hurt and this was extremely helpful. And thank you guys for calling it what it is, for being honest and truthful, for validating, but also recognizing that it does get kind of, that term gets like kind of thrown around, you know? So we love like the feedback, and we're grateful that we have people who will send us a message and say, I listened to this week's episode. It's really cool when we hear that you guys are listening. Like I have a friend, and I'm sure she's listening to this, but we do our dance fitness together. And I saw her at the gym the other day, and I had no idea, but she was like, so I'm an avid listener to your podcast. And I was like, what? Okay, cool. So that's always really cool when you guys let me know that you're listening. And so thanks so much for your feedback.
I want to talk about the 5 bowls of
Oh my God.
Bono.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. There's a trend going around on Instagram, TikTok, whatever right now, where they're asking people from the South to say the phrase 5 bowls of boiling oil. And so when I first saw it on social media, of course, immediately Wes came home and I was like,
say it.
say this phrase. And he kind of just looked at me funny. And then
she laughed at me.
I laughed because, so if you don't know, I was not raised really in the South. I did not move to Tennessee until I was in middle school. So a good portion, like my entire like childhood before I became a teenager, was in Virginia Beach.
But also both of your parents were not raised in Tennessee.
No, neither one of my parents were raised in Tennessee. They're not from Tennessee. My mom is from Virginia, Northern Virginia, and my dad, he was in Virginia Beach pretty much like his whole childhood, but a lot of my dad's family and all that, they're from like Cincinnati, Ohio, and other parts of Ohio. I have some aunts that are like in Michigan. I've had aunts that were like in North Carolina. So just kind of like more north.
Northern.
Yeah, they're more north. So the language in our house, like I say pop instead of like soda.
Coke.
Yeah,
It's just Coke.
So I say a lot of things. I enunciate a lot of words, which Wes teases me about. Like, what was the word you're making fun of me? Water. How I say water. Like, he's like, why do you enunciate?
Water.
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 He like makes fun of the way I enunciate.
Have you ever heard Emily Blunt talk about her kids
making fun of her accent?
No, how they say it the American way.
Oh,
they're like water.
Oh, yeah. She was in that interview.
They take after John Krasinski.
Yeah. I think it's funny, but obviously Wes is from Alabama.
Roll Tide.
So he does not say anything that is even the slightest bit northern.
It's better now. It is.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, when
now.
we first got together, he said things like lat, rat. Like, he just turned that light on. Like, what? Turn the what? Or you still said go crank the car.
Go crank the car.
Yeah, go turn the car on.
Go crank it.
And like I call like a cart, like when you go to the grocery store, you get a cart. And Wes says buggy. Like, it's just funny things that we like kind of like giggle about at home. But when the phrase 5 bowls of boiling oil was going around, I made him say it. So I want you to share.
I've been made fun of for a week about this.
Yeah, like it still gets me.
A week.
I would like for you to share with the people
how
you say it. Mm-hmm.
5 bowls of boiling oil. She put this in a group text with all of our worship team people.
Oh, yeah. I wanted everyone to send voice memos.
It made everybody send voice memos.
What I learned is that
newsflash, most of our worship team people are from the South.
Yeah, what I learned is that our
She
whole
is-
worship team is Southern.
Her and like one or two other people were the only people that said it,
Yeah.
quote unquote, the
Correctly.
right way,
Yeah, no,
which is not
different.
true. But
Yeah. It's just funny because I have never, like me and another, one of our friends on the worship team, he's from,
who?
like, isn't Brandon from Boston?
Connecticut.
Oh, okay. So he's just like,
That,
yeah. He's just up in that area. And so he's a Yankee like that. He's like, I'm a Yankee. So he doesn't say anything Southern. And his wife's from Pennsylvania. So they are not Southern, but they're in Knoxville with us. So me and then them two, we all kind of giggle at some of the Southern accents just because they're so different than what we're used to and some of the words that people say.
For me to say it like Emily says it, I have to like strain
Yeah.
my lips and my
His
tongue,
whole face
my
like
everything.
shifts
Yeah,
and
like,
he has to like force himself to say
my
it correctly.
eyebrows get big.
Well, I told Brandon, I said, I have never said "ol" a day in my life.
It's not old. It's old.
Bull, no.
You're not even pronouncing the L though. Oh, you're just making a noise. Oh,
That's what y'all sound like.
no. Oh,
5 bowls of bull, no.
oh, not oh,
Oh.
oh. You are literally just making the O sound. Oh,
Oh. Now I'm getting a lesson on how to talk Southern.
7 years in.
5 bowls of
little-
bull and
little-
oil. Does that say it right?
Say it again.
5 bowls of bull and oil.
Do you have to put the accent with it when you say it?
Yeah, or well, yeah, like I can't.
5 bowls of bone oil.
It won't come out natural. Like I won't be able to say bull and oil without like I have to have an accent.
I was just curious.
Anyways, I would love for people to send us messages in and send me a voice memo
Also,
or even just spell it out however you say it. Like if you say ol, I want you to
I would
UULLL.
I would spell it out the way that it's spelled because that's what I'm saying.
No, it isn't. It's okay. If you say it the way that Wes says it, because I know there's a lot of people from Alabama, from his hometown that listen to this. If you say
She's
it,
making fun of all of you. I just want
no,
you to know
I was
that.
gonna say
all
if you
my Alabama
say,
people, anybody from Tennessee that is watching this, she's making fun of all of us.
if you're from Alabama and you say it the way Wes says it, it's fine, and I can't be mad because 90% of the people that live in the same town as me say it the way Wes says it. I teach a dance fitness class, and I usually make them do like an icebreaker just to kind of like get them out of their shell first thing when the class starts. Me and one of the girls were texting, and she was like, "Your icebreaker in the morning should be to have everybody say this." So the whole like room after they did it, I like asked everyone. I was like, "So who says it like this?" And I like had one of the girls say it that way you say it. And then I said it and I was like, "Who says it like this?" And there was like one other girl in there that said boiling oil. I was like, "It's all right, sis. We're in this together. Like we're in the South. It's all right. We're going to figure it out." But yeah, it's just so funny to like sit with people who just the way that they say things are so different, and to be married to someone who like our cultures were so different, like the things that we say. Now that we've been married for so long, Wes will go back to his hometown and he'll say like, "Go turn that light on," and his family will tease him,
Sometimes.
"That light?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's what he said. He said light." I don't really know. Our oldest daughter, sometimes she talks like me, and then sometimes she says words like you. Like she'll have the like most random
Big twang.
Southern twang, and I'm like, "What did you just say?" Like, I'm gonna need you to rephrase. I don't even know what you just said. Like, it came out so twangy. I need you to repeat. So, anyways, there's no shade being thrown. So, Wes wanted to do something fun for today's episode. I have no idea what's going on right now.
So we don't know everybody, and not everybody knows us personally.
Yeah?
So I thought it would be fun to do like a get to know us type thing. But this is going to be a 2-part episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to get to know Emily tonight, but I'm going to be asking her the questions. She has no idea what's coming.
No.
Some of these are get to know you questions. And
Yeah.
some of them are
Maybe deeper.
maybe
Okay.
not super. I don't think there's anything like
He's having to use
crazy.
my phone to like read the
Yes.
questions off of, and I was holding my phone in my hand because we record this video on his phone.
we're not that professional yet. We don't
No,
have like a camera.
we'll
and
get
all that
cameras
stuff.
eventually, but right now we just use. He has a really good iPhone, so like,
We
don't-
just use that.
yeah, that's what we use.
Shout out Apple.
Yeah, sponsor us, Apple. No, I'm just
Please.
kidding.
Not a sponsor, but you could be. You know what Joe says?
Yeah, I was holding my phone, and he's like, "I'm gonna text you the questions," and I was like, "Okay," and he like walks by and he's like, "Don't read them." I was like, "Okay, I'm not." So like, I don't really know what's going on here, but I guess you guys are gonna get to know me tonight. We'll see.
Question number 1. What is Emily's favorite color?
Green.
Green, as she's wearing a green sweater tonight.
My green sweater. I bought this at Target, and I have worn it I think every single day. I come home and I like put it on. It's my favorite. But yeah, I love green.
Probably needs to be washed.
No, it's fine. I just sit around the house in it.
You had green nails too, but you
They
picked
started
all of them off.
chipping. They started chipping.
I looked over at church today, and she was just picking off all of her nail
If you
polish
follow me
on
on
the front row.
Instagram, I posted about how cute my nails were, and then
Before service,
before service was even over, I
And
had pulled them all off because
halfway
they started
through
chipping.
the message this morning, I look over and she's just peeling off all over.
Yeah, well, also
nails.
I'm like a picker, anyways. Like if I see like a little hangnail or something, like I will fixate on it. But also, it was like a part of and it was gel, so like it peels in like sheets. So like once it starts to chip, I'm like, okay. And I had several that had been chipping because we went in the water park all day the day before. So once you start, you can't stop. And so Wes looks over at me. He's like, "Are you anxious about something? Why are you picking at your fingers?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just peeling this nail polish off." But anyways, that's information you didn't ask for. I love green. I love everything green.
Are you a morning or night person?
Oh, night owl all day, baby. Night owl all day. I would just much rather stay up super late and sleep in than to ever go to bed early and wake up early. Like our kids have later bedtimes than most kids because we want them to sleep later.
100%.
Like I wasn't the person that was like, okay, bedtime's at 7 because if you sleep 12 hours, you're still waking up at 7. 7 is early for me. I don't want you waking up at 7.
What is your favorite food?
Mexican.
We'll go. Okay.
I love Mexican food.
Okay.
People know. I mean,
I was
everybody
gonna say
knows.
like, what is your favorite type of food, and what is your favorite food? I've got it down to 2. I don't know if one is. I mean, it is food, so.
I mean, chips and salsa.
Okay, I was gonna say the chips and salsa or tacos.
Yeah, I was
didn't
gonna say
know
either
which
one of those. I love tacos and chips and salsa.
You had both today for lunch.
I
so.
did. Yeah, we had salsaritas for lunch.
If you had one superpower, what would it be and why?
Probably. What is it called when you can just like snap your fingers and like go somewhere else?
Teleportation.
Yeah, because I'm late to everything. I don't want to read
You
minds.
would still be late.
Well, no, because I would like just snap my fingers and like I wouldn't have to like take the driving distance into consideration or is there like a superpower where like I'm not late? Like I could like rewind time?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
You could freeze time.
How about this? Any of them that would help me not be late to things. I would like a combination of them all. The Emily cannot be late superpower. That's what I would like. Because I will be late to anything.
So you could either have like.
Where it's like a superpower where like I show up and everyone's like, "Oh wow, you're on time," even though I'm not on time. They just think I'm on time.
So you could be like.
I like brainwash
You could
people.
have super speed, like the
No, I
Flash
don't
or
want to
something.
do that. I'd sweat with super speed.
Well, not necessarily. It depends.
I just want to be able to jump in that fireplace and go, "Daggone alley!" and like, poof, and then I show up. That's what I need.
So you don't want a superpower. you want
I
to
want to be a wizard.
you want to live at a Diagon Alley. That's what you want.
Yeah, I just want to be a
wizard.
wizard.
Yeah.
That's
Good to
it.
know. Good to know. What was your biggest adrenaline rush ever?
I'll be honest. I've always like growing up, I was super like I wouldn't say adventurous. Like it wasn't like I went and did like crazy adventures, but like we were at theme parks like all summer.
Okay, so what was your what ride was it?
Oh god. Okay, probably the one at Kings Island. The one
Never
that
been.
the big circle that takes you all the way up on the
Does it
pole.
drop you down?
And then it just
Nope.
drops you.
Not doing that.
Yeah, probably that. Me and my dad used to ride that together. And we get all the way to the top. You could see the whole stinking the whole city of Cincinnati. And my dad would go, "Oh shoot, Em! Oh shoot!" And we would just scream.
I will give you an insight on this of me. I love roller coasters. I hate things that you just drop.
Yeah, and our daughter doesn't like them either.
No, but I did. That was probably the biggest. Honestly, it's probably the biggest adrenaline rush was when we rode the Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah,
I rode it at Disney World.
and that's not even the same thing because that like drops you, then takes you back up, and then drops you and takes you back up.
It's just one time.
No, but I just mean it drops you, takes you back up, drops you.
What does the other one do?
It takes you all the way up to this super, 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 super high thing, and then it just drops you straight down to the bottom.
Oh, just one time?
Yeah, but it's a super long drop. It's
I
terrifying.
feel like I would rather do that happen because it's just one time.
But it's
The Tower of
it's way
Terror,
higher than the Tower of Terror.
I understand that. The Tower of Terror was like, because it just keeps happening, and it does it from different. You don't know when it's gonna happen
Each
because
time
it just,
you ride,
yeah.
it changes too.
Yeah.
Like you never know what it's gonna be.
and it's not like you're like, I mean, if you've never rode it, it's not like one of those that are at like a normal theme park where you're like, a thing comes down.
Yeah.
It's one, like you're sitting in the like a S10. You just got one little seatbelt across your lap, and they just drop
We
you.
went with our friends John and Christina, which I grew up going to Disney, so I rode that so much. Like the Tower of Terror is my favorite ride. I think
my
at
dad tried to get
Disney.
me to ride it when we
Yeah.
were young, and I refused.
Yeah, well, we went with our friends John and Christina. Wes and I'd only been married. We weren't even pregnant with Clark yet. Like we didn't. It was like early in our marriage.
I was bigger.
Yeah, Wes had not lost any of his weight
bigger.
yet. So we get in there and we're like, I'm like, come on, you're riding this with me. Like you're riding. And
I
he's
was
like, no.
freaking out.
We're the whole time we're in the line. Like my friend Christina pulls her camera out and it's like recording Wes. And he's
Freaking
like
out.
biting his nails. Like Wes isn't even a nail biter. And he's just standing there like staring at the floor.
I
She's
don't
like,
like that
you
stuff.
good? He's like, I'm gonna throw up. I think I'm gonna throw
I
up.
thought I was going to, and my butt didn't come out of that. Like didn't touch the seat almost unless we were going up.
Yeah.
I was off the seat that much because you have one little.
It's just a little seatbelt.
No, nope.
I love those
Not
things.
about
They're
it.
like adrenaline rushes like that are those I love thrill rides like that.
What's your favorite theme park then? What's
Universal's my favorite because
What's your
of
favorite for like rides?
Six Flags is good, but Kings Island is really
I've never
good.
been to like Kings Island. I've been to Universal, Disney,
So my three
Six
favorites growing
Flags,
up, other
and-
than
Dollywood.
so my three favorites growing up, other than like Disney and Universal, were Six Flags, Kings Island, and then Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. We had passes growing up when I was a kid, so we went weekends. My dad was a school teacher, so we would go all summer.
Mm.
And then Kings Island, we would go there every year to go visit my family in Cincinnati. And then Six Flags, when we moved to Tennessee, Six Flags was the closest one, so we would go there all the time.
Did you just
So
go to Atlanta?
yeah, the one in Atlanta, it was pretty close. So yeah, I mean those are the three that I loved growing up, and those have great roller coasters. Kings Island has probably some of the best, like some of my favorites. As far as like attraction stuff or like the atmosphere, I mean Universal or Disney theme park for sure. But not for, I mean the rides are great there, don't get me wrong, but if you like just for like getting on roller coasters, like I'm going like Kings Island or like Six Flags.
I don't know if I know the answer to this question.
I hope I do.
You will. The only reason I don't know if I know the answer, like a for sure answer, is because you've talked about multiple people. Who was your celebrity childhood crush?
I did have several.
I know, but who was like,
So-
who was it?
Jeremy Sumpter. He played Peter Pan. I had his magazine pictures all over my wall in my bedroom.
Honestly, not where I thought that was going to go.
No, Jeremy Sumpter was it. My mom will tell you. She sent me not a few months ago. He got married. She sent it to me on Instagram. I was like, your man got married. I was like, Mom, I've been married for almost 7 years. I think I'm over it. She was like, sorry, Emmy's married. I was like, so am I. But yeah, Jeremy Sumpter was it. Him, and then like obviously every girl liked Zac Efron.
I liked Zac Efron.
Yeah,
I still
and
like
then-
Zac Efron.
And then all the girls loved the Sprouse twins from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Obviously, we just watched a movie with Dylan Sprouse in it, and I was still drooling. Like, I still love them. But no, Jeremy Sumpter was like, so in my binder at school, I'd stuck a picture of his like in my clear. I love Jeremy Sumter.
That's interesting.
No, I loved him. I used to watch the Peter Pan movie on repeat just because I loved him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is your idea of the perfect date?
I was about to make a joke, but I don't think you'd get it. I
Why
was
not?
going to say, I would have to say April 25th because it's not too hot and it's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. That's from Miss Congeniality.
Oh,
So I'll be honest. Like, when I think of like what is something I would love to go do like with you, I like, and we were already talking about them, but I've thought about this before, like a theme park date. I love theme parks. Like me and you, like that's some of my most favorite times with you is when we have went to Universal or the day we spent at Disney together. Wes can tell you this. I am not hard to please when it comes to like dates and stuff. Like I would rather go to like Mexican and eat my weight in chips and salsa and queso than for you to go spend like $300 at some bougie restaurant. Like,
thank you for that.
I don't
I
need,
appreciate that.
but I mean it. Like, I don't really want to dress up and dress fancy. Like, I really am more comfortable in like a cute pair of jeans, some Vans, cute t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and like just literally eat 130 something pounds worth of chips and
That
salsa.
was very specific.
Well, that's how much I weigh. I said eat my weight.
Oh, I was like, that was really specific.
Yeah. You know, another perfect date could be like going to the lake and just like jet skiing or like going, I don't know, like I'm just like stuff like that is so fun for me. I will say the only thing that I do not want to do that probably sounds like it would fit in that category is hike. Please don't take me on a hike. Everyone make sure Wes never comes up with the idea to take me on a surprise hike. We don't like hiking. If we're going to be outside, like I want to be doing something, like not just walking. That probably
Go
has to
hike
do
a
with
disc
some of,
golf course.
that probably has to do with some of our like ADHD, like that we can't just like walk. Like we have to be doing something.
Probably. What is a talent you wish you had? Or you've seen somebody else do and you wish you could do it, or a skill or something?
I wish I was like artsy and like creative.
Pick something though. What is a skill, like painting or
So like I have friends
Taylor,
who
like what she
yeah,
does.
like one of my best friends, she makes earrings. Like clay earrings. She's so freaking creative and good at it. I have another girlfriend of mine who just started making trucker hats. Like she started doing those. She's so creative. Like they're so cute. And I have several other friends that do other like creative things. Like my sister's best friend, Miranda, she's been in my life since she was like 12. So
Oh yeah,
we say she's like my honorary little
makes,
sister. Like she practically used to like live with my
she's
sister.
the fourth towel.
Yeah, she was like the fourth sister of all of us, but she is extremely crafty. Like she makes shirts and
She made those
clothes,
blankets.
made both my girls blankets. Like anytime, like one time we did one of our book clubs, we did everybody got their own color and you had to bring a tray of food with that color and like all the food had to be that color. And she was like yellow or something. And she carved out like yellow bell peppers and like put food down in them. And then, like had all these flower things that she'd made. She like decorated these like cakes, just so creative and crafty. And I'm like, I envy you. I envy you. I also wish I could hear music by ear. I would like to have more of an ear for music rather than like I can just sing and lead worship.
Yeah, I've tried to teach Emily how to play drums.
No, we got into a
Did
fight.
not go very well. If you had a theme song for your life, what would it be?
Why you have to go and make things so complicated?
Who sings that?
Avril Lavigne.
Oh,
Because
wow.
Because you know me. I will do something and Wes is like, why are you making this so complicated?
You just made that so much harder than you had to.
You're like, you're making that harder and I'll get frustrated because I'm like, it's just the way my brain works. And if you would just let me do it, it would be so much easier. And he's like, you're making that harder than it needs to be. But that's what I do. I make things
It's
more complicated.
a pretty good theme song, honestly. It would play several times a day.
It's pretty true. I mean, I'm confident enough in myself to know I do make things more complicated. But I'm also like, it's the way that I work. So like, I don't know anything else. Like that just works for me. It honestly stresses me more out when people are around and I'm trying to do something and I recognize like, yeah, this probably is more complicated, but it's just, it works for me. Like it's easy for me because it just works. Whereas like when you're involved, it's like you're stressing me out because I'm doing this and it is working for me, but it is bothering you
But
the
it's
way that
taking
I'm doing it.
you are not only taking longer to do something, it's taking you twice as long to do something as it should. You are putting more effort into doing something than you should. Work smarter, not harder. That's
It'd
my
be
motto.
different if I was doing things for you, but if I'm doing something for myself and you're over my shoulder, like, why are you doing it like that? I'm like, hey, you're stressing me out. Just let me do it like this.
Whatever. All right. If you could bring, I'm interested to hear the answer to this one.
Some of these
If
are
you
hard.
could bring one fictional universe to life, what would it be?
It has to be the whole universe, though.
Yep. Not like a character.
Right.
That world that it's in. So everything that goes along with it is coming. Like if
See,
you could
that's
bring it to
hard.
real life.
People ask, okay, we've been asked this before. I think somebody posted like on Instagram or something. You sent me a reel and you were like, okay, we have to pick a world. And it was like all these
It
different.
was what you would go into.
And I was like,
This is coming to our
none.
world. So well, you could bring it to life.
okay, but see,
into
here's
our
the thing.
present day.
Every fictional book, movie, whatever, it's pure chaos because that's what makes the plot. So it is very, like, it would be so easy for me to be like, oh, Harry Potter world. Bring on the magic. Give me Hogwarts.
I want my
But
letter.
like Voldemort and all, he's included in all that.
Yep.
And all of the Death Eaters.
Yep.
So now I'm stressed because that is now I have anxiety.
Yep. So here's why my thought process would be like something like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or
Okay,
something
but
like
I
that.
also contemplate Court of Thorn and Roses. Like bring me Valaris. But
I
then
don't know
there's
about that.
yeah, see, there's so much stress. You're just
Well, see-
jealous because I'd like all the Bat Boys. That's
I
why.
would be a bad boy. I am a
You
bad boy.
are. I was just about to say you are a Bat Boy.
No, that would be another one that I could like. The only thing about that is like you're talking about bringing a whole bunch of beings to life into our world that are basically like gods. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the fairies, they're like
Yeah.
they're godlike
Yeah.
and like they live forever. They're super strong. I mean, they're superhumans
Yeah.
that live for thousands of years. They could take over whenever they wanted to.
That's true.
And it's like it's not just like the
But
bad
see,
ones.
that's
Hold on.
how I feel
But it's
about
not
Harry
just
Potter.
the bad ones. Like the good ones, they could do it whenever they wanted to. But like even in like Harry Potter as it sits, even like the good wizards, they're like, no, we need to be separated. Like this is our thing. We're protecting the humans.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what we're doing. We're protecting the humans. And there's only like one bad guy.
Have you seen Dolores Umbridge?
Oh.
She's the real
She's
villain.
just okay. There's Dolores Umbridge just walking around.
No, you're not wrong. I meet them all the time out in the
They're
grocery
walking around
store.
Target and Walmart every day,
you
baby.
You right. You right.
No, that's like a Lord of the Rings too. Like that's another thing. There's different races of like elves and
Mm,
I
don't know.
dwarves and men and all that stuff. But there's not like just one thing that's like over everything. Like even the wizards, like Gandalf and all them, even though they are more powerful than everybody else, there's not a ton of them. I think there's 6 total. I'm boring her. Okay, we lost her. Never mind. We'll move on. We can talk about that when
get
it's my
to know
turn.
Emily. I don't like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, she hates it. We're gonna sit down and watch them all though one day. We are. Maybe my birthday. Maybe that's what we'll do for my birthday. Lord of the Rings marathon. Oh,
Somebody pray for me.
I want a Lord of the Rings party where we all have to dress up and then we just watch Lord of the Rings.
Pray for me.
Okay.
Pray for me.
If you don't answer this correctly, this is one of the ones where we might fight. What's your favorite number?
That's not fair. You wanted me to say your football number,
Yep.
but you have 2.
No, just pick. You know what it is. What's
15?
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I was gonna say 10 or 15 because those are the two.
15.
Those were your two like you're too.
Yeah, I
football
should have
numbers.
never changed it to 10. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Is there a date we haven't been on that you would like to do, and what is it?
I've seen these people do this thing on like social media where they go to a different restaurant or place for like each like course meal. So they go somewhere for
Oh,
like
yeah.
drinks, and then they go somewhere for like appetizers, and then they go to a different restaurant for like the meal, and then they go somewhere else for dessert. I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
The index card date thingy.
Or
Or
you
like
pick
I
one.
don't know what it
Yeah.
is. I think that would be fun too.
Yeah.
We've never done that. Wes and I are like, we're creatures of habit. So it's like, oh yeah, we don't have the girls. Let's go to a movie. Like that's what we do every single time.
All right, I have a bunch of questions here. We're probably not gonna do all of them, so I'm kind of jumping around here. You're trapped with me. Would you rather be trapped in the jungle or in a haunted house?
A jungle.
The jungle.
Yeah. Because
We don't have anything. We don't have supplies. We don't have nothing.
I still feel like you would help us get where we needed to be. I feel like
I was
you
curious.
in a haunted house, you're just as terrified as me. You hate those.
I don't know. After going through some of those haunted houses last year that we went through,
You was terrified. You just
you would not let. You didn't even watch half of the stuff.
I did. I
No,
watched.
you didn't.
I just watched with one eye like this.
You're not allowed to touch me this year when we go to the haunted houses.
Oh, okay.
Not
We'll
allowed.
see. We'll see.
You can time travel. Would you go to the future or to the past?
The past.
Okay. Let me change the. Okay, why?
Because I want to see my dad again. You make this sappy.
Dang. Dang.
I don't want to go. First of all, I don't want to go forward because I'd miss all my kids' childhood.
No, you can come back to the present.
No, I don't want to go forward. I don't want to know what it's going to be like. I like surprises. I just want to like live every day and just see what's coming. I would love to go back and just spend some more time with my dad. And also not make some of the stupid choices that I made as a young
I
adult.
got this question from Jason and Travis, by the way.
I mean, it's easy. It's an easy answer. I'm going backwards. I would if I could time travel, I would probably never go forward. Ever. It would stress me out because if I didn't like what was forward, it would just give me so much anxiety that when I came back, I would just constantly be trying to change it all the time. Or if it was good and then I came back, I'd be terrified that I'm going to mess it up. It would give me too much stress.
Oh, see, that's when you mess it up on purpose.
No.
You go forward,
No.
figure out. Because, again, this is a one-time travel. So you get there and you get back, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm going backwards to talk
Okay.
to my dad.
You go forward into time to where time travel is invented. You come back in time. Now you have the capability of time traveling because you've now taken a time travel craft. Okay, so now you can time travel wherever you want, whenever you want.
I feel like that's cheating.
Then you go.
This is cheating
Then you
the
go
question.
to where the guy invented time travel. And you kill him. Then you come back to your present day. Now you are the sole person that has the capability of time travel. Nobody else will ever.
This sounds like something Joe Raines would
was
say.
That was Jason Kelsey's answer,
Well,
and
that
I was
al-
like, "That's
that-
a good answer."
That also is extremely stressful. You cheated
Actually, I'm
the
pretty
whole
sure that was
question.
Travis's answer, and then Jason was like, "I'm pretty sure you just took that plot from a movie." Would you rather me be a zombie or a vampire?
What kind of zombie?
Zombie or vampire?
iZombie or Walking Dead?
Zombie or vampire?
Vampire.
Little Vampire Diaries action.
Mm-hmm.
Little
Twilight. Do you sparkle?
no, it's if we're going vampires, I'm going Vampire Diary.
Okay.
I just
yeah.
put the ring on
Vampire.
and I'm fine.
Yeah. Vampire. Let's go.
Little Damon Salvatore.
Yeah. No. What's weird is I am married to Damon, but my crush is Seven.
Why?
I love him.
No, Damon is the better brother.
Every fictional character that is the opposite of you is the guy that I'm always like, so I love him.
Damon is the better brother.
That's because you're Damon.
All right. Would you rather have a romantic dinner
Probably not.
or breakfast in bed?
Breakfast in bed. That's
Okay,
called lunch
what
usually. If I got to sleep in, just bring me lunch.
Well, I was gonna say, what would you want for breakfast in bed? But you're about to say like a double cheeseburger with fries or
You
something.
can make me French toast.
Okay.
I like French toast.
I've never made French toast, so I can
Okay,
make
in
I
all
can make some mean
seriousness-
pancakes.
Pancakes, waffles, or French
I
toast?
can make some mean waffles.
No, I'm asking. Which one did you prefer? What's your favorite out of the three?
Depends on where we go.
No, I want French toast
Like,
all day, baby.
are we making it at home?
I don't know. Just between the three, what would you prefer?
Probably waffles.
No,
I
they're too
love a
hard.
good
I'd
waffle.
rather have French toast.
I'd love a good waffle, but it can't be like super crispy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. Like,
I don't want
I
it,
touch
like,
it with my fork
hard.
and it's like.
I want it a little crispy on the outside, but like I still want it soft.
Now, Waffle House chocolate chip waffle. You know, both times, both my pregnancies, I could throw down a chocolate chip waffle from Waffle House. I craved when I was pregnant with both my girls. I don't know why this was my craving. I would wake up on Saturday mornings and go, "Babe, I want to go to Waffle House." He's like, "Why?" And I'm telling you, this happened several times during both pregnancies. I said, "I want a bacon cheeseburger and a chocolate chip waffle."
And that's what she would get.
we
We
would
would
go.
go and she would get a bacon cheeseburger with a side of fries and a chocolate chip waffle.
Oh, it was delicious. I'm thinking about. I'm not pregnant, but that sounds good right now.
I'm not going to Waffle House right now.
See what I live with.
All right, real quick. Oh, I missed this one. Who's your celebrity crush right now?
Travis Kelce. Why'd you even ask me that? That was dumb.
Because honestly, like that didn't even cross my mind.
Well, that shows how much you don't know me.
Well, like I knew that's the answer, but like honestly, I don't know why, but like he didn't.
You
It
weird.
didn't come across my head.
He literally.
Okay.
The girls at church send me reels of him all day long because they know everybody knows Emily loves
Besides
Travis
Travis
Kelce.
Kelce, then who?
The guy that played Ravi. What's his name?
Ravi Chakrabarti. I don't know his name in real life.
I don't know how to say it.
I don't know his name in real life.
I love him.
What is the sexiest thing you've ever seen me do? Like just around the house.
Mow the grass.
Seriously?
Yeah,
You
'cause you
hate
were-
when I mow the grass.
I do, but I like the way you look when you mow the grass because you wear them cut off shirts and you have to push it uphill and your triceps are just bulging out of your
Every
arms.
time I come inside, you're like, I hate when you do this.
I do because it's like you come home from work and usually when you come home from work, I'm like, here's the kids. And then they like want you all night because they haven't seen you all day. And then you like come home and you're like, all right, I'm going to mow the grass. I'm like, you suck. I'll just keep watching them.
Oh,
And I thought I was the only one that got aggravated about that until I saw that girl's reel on Instagram
oh yeah.
where she was like, the one task around the house
That's
that is
necessary.
100% necessary that I absolutely hate is when my husband goes outside and mows the grass. I was like, I feel seen. I feel so seen. And we have a huge backyard, so it is not a quick thing.
It's not. And I have to push mow it.
I'm so insulted that you even asked me who my celebrity crush was. It's like you don't even know me.
I'm sorry. That was.
It's like
that
you
one
don't
slipped
even
my
know
mind.
me.
Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
40.
That's math. Good job. You'll be 40. Where do you see yourself at 40?
I just want to be that fun mom.
We'll have a 14-year-old.
Stop talking to me.
I have a 14-year-old.
She will be literally in high school. I'm gonna vomit. I want to be that mom who like all of the girls' friends like want to jump in my car.
Okay.
Like I
That's
want to
fine.
go with Clark and her mom.
That's fine.
Like I want to be the one that has the safe house where like
See, now we're pushing it. I don't want a bunch of chicks running around.
I do like
I don't need a bunch of 14-year-old girls running around
like,
here driving me crazy.
sleepovers and like
Y'all do that. I'm going to go stay at Champ's house.
he's got and yeah, because probably Nia will probably be at
Now
our
I
house.
can come over here.
You and the boys.
I'll keep an eye on Casey.
No, but I just envision myself like just being like, I don't know, just like that mom that was like super involved, like picked him up from school, took him to their practices. Like, I don't know. Like, I just want to be. The only example I can think of is like, I follow this girl and it's influencer on social media. She's the Court Report is her tag.
Court.
Wes and I both follow her, but We also follow her husband because we love
I
them. They
love
have a
them.
podcast and
They're
they're
great.
very similar to us. Like we have like very similar personalities to them. So they'll talk about their marriage sometimes and like we'll send each other stuff. I'm like, okay, that's really good to know that we're not alone or, whatever. But they got married pretty young. They were like us. They were like best friends. They were in the youth group together. They got married at like 18. He was 21 when they got married. She got pregnant at 19. They had their first kid at
20.
when she was 20. She's 37 now. So she has a 17-year-old. She has a 15-year-old. And then she has like a 12-year-old or 11. I think Grayson's like 11 or 12 or whatever. But she's just so involved. Like she'll take her oldest son. Like they have like the most beautiful relationship. He like comes into her room at night, sits on her bed and like tells her everything about school and like all the stuff going on. And he trusted her with like his girlfriend stuff. And like they just have like such a good relationship. And every time I like watch and listen, like it really gives me hope that like even though I just have daughters, because sometimes there's that fear of like moms and teenage daughters, like they're never going to get along, And I know we're going to like butt heads. Like Clark and I are like the same person. Like we have the same personalities.
Yeah.
So I know there are going to be days where we're like going to want to kill each other, Um, but also just wanting to be a safe space for my kids. Like I don't really care about anything else. Like I don't care what job I have. Like I don't care what I'm doing in the world. All I care about in 10 years is making sure Wes and I are even more in love in 10 years than we are now. At that point, we will have been married almost 20 years, which is
Dang.
crazy to think about. But just like making sure that our marriage is super healthy and that my relationship with my girls are just like healthy and that my girls know that they have a safe space. They can come and talk to us, talk to me. I also want us to be like in a financial, like, I want us to have financial freedom. I want us to like be in a place where it is not stressful to take a vacation. It's not stressful to go on a trip. It's not stressful to buy a house. Like, I want us to have a home that we like live in and our girls can like,
Yeah,
have the
we don't live in
space.
this house. We rent this for the podcast. This is just a rental space.
Shut up. We rent
It
this
was a
house.
joke.
I meant I want us to have one that we own.
Yes.
Like I just want to be thriving even more than we already are. Like not because I'm not at a place. I say that not because I'm not content, but just because I know that like it can always just get better. So I don't have like a thing that's like, oh, I have this goal of like this is what I want to be doing with my job, or like I want to be working here, or I want to be doing this. Like I hope that our church is still thriving in 10 years and that we're growing and that things are, moving. It's already growing. So I can only imagine what 10 years looks like. But as far as me, I may be working at the church in 10 years. I may not be working at the church in 10 years. Like, I'm not going to put that on myself and say, well, I want to look like this because ultimately my life and what I want to do is not wrapped around my job or like my church. It's wrapped around my people and my kids and my family and the health, like the health of that. So, yeah. I have one goal. I would like to have a house cleaner in 10 years so that I don't have to vacuum ever again. That's what I would like. That's my goal. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Not vacuuming.
Think about it. In 10 years,
Here's
you're
the
going to
thing.
be the.
The thing is that when I do grab the vacuum, Clark goes, somebody coming over tonight? I'm like, no, I'm just cleaning.
Yes.
Shut up.
Coming over the night.
I'm allowed to clean.
Just think, in 10 years, you'll be the hot 40-year-old.
I hope I still look hot when I'm 40. In 10 years, I would like to still be in the gym, kicking
100%.
butt. I would even maybe still like to be teaching dance. I would love to still be like a 40-year-old, like in there just.
Why not?
I know.
You have 40-year-olds that come to your
Yeah.
class.
No, there's
You have 50.
some of the best instructors that I'm like friends with. They're in their 40s, and they're amazing.
There you go. But yeah. There's that. There's Emily. There she is.
I'm pretty much an open book, and I'm also if you know me, or maybe you don't know me, I am pretty much what you see is what you get.
For the most
Like,
part.
there's not a lot about me that people would be like, really? I would never have guessed. I'm very like a creature of habit. Like, we were all gonna go eat with our friends the other night, and Wes was like, Emily, they want to know where you want to go eat, and like named off a couple of restaurants. They were like Applebee's. What was the other one? O'Charlie's, Chili's. And I literally just turned and looked, and he was like, that was a really dumb question, you guys. Emily's going to want Chili's. I don't even know why we ended up going in there and asking her. I'm like, don't like, everybody who knows me knows me. Like, I like what I like. I'm a creature of habit. I do the same things. Wes and I are going on a date. We're going to the movies. Like,
We
if
go to the same restaurants.
we go to the same restaurants. It's very rare that we try a new restaurant out. If we do, it's usually with friends, like, because
Yes.
they're wanting to go try a new restaurant out. But like, I am who I am. I wear the same outfits. I like the same kind of jewelry and earrings. I wear this sweater every day.
That needs to be washed.
It's clean.
Is it?
It is clean. I'm just sitting around the house in it.
If you stand up right now, how much dog hair is going to be on it?
I'll just get a lint roller. Don't worry about it. It's clean. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you guys for listening. Hit them with it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us.
Follow us on Instagram. Send us some DMs.
Yeah.
Leave us a review on Apple and Spotify.
Yep.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Peace.